the KRA couldn't be able to raise the amount that they had targeted of about 270 to around 3 billion. But as members of the Kenya Kwanza, they have accepted that to move on and even bring the new amendments without asking serious question, why did we not collect enough money during that particular period? Another question that these members of parliament of Kenya Kwanza are not asking themselves is that the timing of this finance bill is not good, and it's not showing a good picture to this nation. And you have seen the president of Kenya moving all over the world, trying to bring the investors here. But you will realize that whatever is happening in this country is being carried viral to the entire world. Is saying that Kenya is a country that cannot be predicted when it comes in terms of the taxation. Members of parliament today, as we are here, you have noted that most of the people there, they are not happy. And we are elected by those people to represent them. By coming up and even bringing and even going ahead and taxing more bringing more taxation on digital content creators. And that is the only area that most of the young people who does not have the job opportunities, they are lining there. It is very much unfair. I think it is high time that we need to go back to our budget that we made as members of parliament. You will realize that as members of parliament, we did not scrutinize when the president said that we should live within our means. Indeed, even the parliament, and I want to thank the speaker and even the clerk of the National Assembly, they made us today, we are not traveling across the world the way we used to go and learn. But today you see even the budget of the parliament is only 400 million and something. But you see the office of the cabinet is about 1 billion plus something. The office of the deputy president, 4 billion. The office of the president, 4 billion. The state house, 7 billion. That is what we say that we should live within our means. Members of parliament,
Salsya, there is a point of order from the chairman of the committee. Yes, chairman. What standing order?
Honorable Speaker, I rise on standing order number 91. And is it in order, Honorable Speaker, for my good friend, and I hate to interrupt him, the Honorable Salsya, to mislead the House. And Honorable Speaker, one of the reasons why there has been a lot of noise, especially on media platforms, is a misconception there is a taxation that is being introduced on digital, on content creators. Clause 7, Honorable Speaker, because we would like to put this matter to rest, page 555 of the bill, talks about where a resident or an unresident person, being the owner or operator of a digital marketplace or platform, makes or facilitates payment in respect of digital content monetization, goods, property, or service. The amount therefore shall be deemed to be income which is accrued or derived, which is accrued in or was derived from Kenya. This is targeting the big tech companies in the digital platforms that generate their income from Kenya without paying a cent. We have institutions like Netflix, like Google, like Facebook. They generate income here, but don't pay taxation in this country. So this taxation is them paying for the income they generate from Kenya, not the people that generate income from those particular platforms.
Thank you. Salsya.
Mr. Speaker, I was just trying to highlight some of the things that has created a lot of emotion. And you will realize that the Kenyans, the way this country is being managed, it is being managed is like something else. Why do you want to play with the minds of Kenyans? Why do you introduce the tax on transportation of sugarcane? Why do you introduce taxation on 16% on bread? You want to attract the emotion of the Kenyans and you retreat, but then you have another agenda on that. That's why, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to ask this House that now we cancel all this bill, we go back to the budget, we start now from there, we cut off, and then we start from the scratch. But this matter of bringing another new finance bill when the Kenyans are still struggling with the previous finance bill is like we members of parliament, we are doomed. We are doomed. Members of parliament, we are doomed. I'm telling you, we are doomed. Watu wa Kenya Kwanza mmenisikia?
Honorable Salsya, there is a finance bill each and every financial year. So even next year there will be a finance bill. The following year there will be a finance bill. So it's good for you to know that as well. It's just I'm informing you. Yes. Honorable Justice Kamei.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to be able to add my voice on the finance bill. Honorable Speaker, my patience was being tested.
Speak with a little life, Justice.
Yeah. Honorable Speaker, I was saying my patience was being tested, but at least I've gotten the opportunity. I've been here, Honorable Speaker, from 9:30, and it reminded
Justice,
me...
Stop complaining. I've been sitting here from 9:30 as well.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the onset, Mr. Speaker, I want to say I support the finance bill. And I do so, Mr. Speaker, without fear or favor. Ever since the finance bill was published, Mr. Speaker, the people of Sigawet's constituency have engaged me. I have responded to all their concerns, and I'm happy, Mr. Speaker, that the recommendations of the Finance Committee do indeed address many of the concerns raised by the people of Sigawet's constituency. In particular, Honorable Speaker, they were against the 16% VAT on bread. They were against 2.5% on motor vehicles. They were against 18% on edible oil. They also told me, Mr. Speaker, to oppose the 18% duty on 18% tax on financial services. Now that most of those concerns, Mr. Speaker, have been addressed, I want to say I do support the bill, and in particular, Mr. Speaker, this is where we will get money under CDF to be able to support our people, and especially to have increased bursaries so that children from poor families can be able to get their education. This is where, Mr. Speaker, we will get money for rural electrification. If there's a pet topic that I do discuss with the people back home at any given time, is something called the last mile. Mr. Speaker, the amount of 50 million shillings given to each constituency under the last mile program will go a long way in making sure that our people get electricity. Mr. Speaker, in addition, the people of my constituency do grow cane. They've got areas at Moron Sugar Company, areas at West Kenya, areas at Chemelil. And Mr. Speaker, in this budget, we now have money to be able to pay farmers their arrears, which has been there for a long time, so that they can be able to get their money, which has been held by these companies for a long time. I hope, Mr. Speaker, we'll also get some money so that the workers who have been working in these companies can be paid their arrears. And Mr. Speaker, finally, I want to address one issue which was raised by the people. It is on the issue of the JSS. Mr. Speaker, there is money now in this finance bill which will make sure that the JSS teachers in this country who have been working or under the internship program will now be taken on board as permanent and pensionable. But I want to make a point to TSC. Those teachers who went on strike, Mr. Speaker, should not be terminated. They were asking for their rights, and TSC should be considerate enough to withdraw the show cause letters that have been given to our teachers. In Sigawet's own constituency, 28 teachers have been given show cause letters. So I want to make a special plea to TSC. Please do not sack these people. They were asking for their rights, and within the Constitution, they had a right to do that. With those remarks, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support. Thank you.
Member for Turukana South.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for according me this opportunity to give my insights on this Finance Bill 2024. Honorable Speaker, first of all, I want to appreciate the Constitution of Kenya 2010 by empowering the Kenyan citizens to participate in the policy making of government. Honorable Speaker, the government has a duty to present the budget and also to present the finance bill. These are two major policies that government intends to meet its promissory notes as it made during the 2022 campaign period. Also, Honorable Speaker, it's upon us leadership, also as a leader, as a member of parliament for Turkana South, I have the obligation to participate in ensuring that my constituents are represented in this process of policy making. Honorable Speaker, budget and finance bill are political tools. And also, budget and finance bill, these are areas or policies that all stakeholders are supposed to negotiate. All stakeholders are supposed to negotiate. They have interest in this particular budget. Honorable Speaker, as we talk as members of parliament, we have the obligation